No. The king of interiors, Lawrence Llewellyn-Bowen, joins us now. I mean, we actually talked about it in makeup and stuff. It's such a great show.
It's a feast.
And the perfect show for you. I can't imagine anybody else doing this show.
I feel like finally, Lawrence, you are in your element. Like, there's nothing...
I've got my context.
Yes, these are your people, your tribe.
Yeah, well, it's taken 30 years, as you very kindly point out. But it's nice to know that I've finally got my tribe. But I think that was one of the lovely things about it, was turning up. Because, you know, it was a very simple idea as far as I was concerned. It was no kind of crazy, complicated telliness. Let's just make a programme that's not about property values, that's not about people's journeys, about trying to, you know, bring the builders back or whatever. Let's just celebrate people who want where they live to be a reflection of who they are, regardless of who the hell they are, you know. And some of them really want to just express themselves in very, very different ways. And the whole thing was lovely because we just turn up and people were so happy to talk about their lives and talk about where all this comes from. So generous with their stories.
Yeah.
It's a real, but it's a celebration of colour and eccentricity and joy.
Yeah.
I mean, I think you described it, you wanted it to be very much like Eurotrash.
That was always in the back of my mind. I had Antoine de Caunes at the back of my mind, you know, and that was such an iconic show back in the 80s and 90s because it broke through the greyshness. And I think that one of the things about television at the moment, and don't take this the wrong way, but there is a lot of beige around.
No,
but I think particularly in the property genre, it's either to do with value, which I think is irrelevant these days. You know, we've all got far bigger fish to fry than worry about how we can get another couple of thousand, you know, for our house or whatever. Or it's about this sort of idea that, you know, people have got to deserve a makeover or work hard to change things. What's lovely about this is that these are guys that changed it, and that we just go around there for tea. You know, we don't have any of that kind of sweaty sitting in the front garden, staple gunning bits to...
Poor old
Linda. Poor old Linda.
Poor old Linda. He's working her socks off right now.
I know.
He does need our help.
But it is one of those weird things. I think we're so inclined to think, OK, what's going to be the least offensive to everybody and what's going to make us the most money at the end of it? But these people, whether you're talking about Dawn or Estelle or... They are truly living in the moment, which everybody tells us to do. They're, like, absolutely embracing who they are, and they want a place that they can come back to, feel comfortable, and it's an expression of who they are.
And, of course, most of them, you don't even tell from the outside.
No.
So these are, you know, so it's not a showy-offy thing at all. This is an internal space for their internal space up here. And, you know, I mean, I'm not encouraging everyone to do it just like that, but maybe relax a little bit, you know, have a little bit more fun.
Let's talk about some of the properties, because I think the first property we see is the Treasure Island house.
I know.
Which is just spectacular. When you walk into any sort of house where there's a swimming pool slap bang in the middle of it.
It doesn't happen often, but it should happen more, I think. Yeah, I mean, and what's so wonderful about Dawn, who lives there, is that it's not even a house that she created. So this was made for Felix Dennis, who is this, you know, incredibly louche publisher.
This one here.
This one here.
Yeah.
And yet she is happy to occupy this with all his crazy piratage. And what I loved about it was the fact that this big Treasure Island theme, but then Dawn just brings in her furniture.
Yes.
So it's kind of like her furniture, like most people's furniture. You know, she didn't even try to go piratey with it. You know, she's just about owning it, and she does, floating up and down on her lilo with a glass of champagne. Why not?
In the front room there. This is, I mean, but was this the first time she'd been in the pool?
That was the first time she'd been in the pool. She'd been there for about 3 or 4 years, and I mean, you just think, why, Dawn? Why? But I mean, don't you just love that? Because so often you go around to somebody's house and they're so quick to show everything off, and, you know, but Dawn's just floating around, you know, just doing
enjoying
Dawn.
it.
Yeah.
Just being Dawn.
And then you've got other people like Estelle, who was in the 70s house, and it's like through and through.
Absolutely.
She is in the 70s, from what she eats to what she wears to how she decorates.
Big commitment. And, you know, and actually she's very interesting because there is, you know, there's healing behind that. You know, she says in the programme, you know, she was quite recently diagnosed with autism.
Yeah.
She had various issues with growing up, and this is her way of almost like rebooting where she is. But it's something that, you know, she's doing under her own steam and under her own terms.
And also not spending a fortune on it as well. That's one of the things that strikes me about a lot of these houses, that they do a lot of the work themselves.
Oh, yeah.
The guy that's got all the fish tanks.
Whoa.
Lawrence.
Jack.
Jack with the fish tanks. I can't quite remember how many it was in total.
Yeah.
But also the engineering of that fish tank there, and how much cubic square footage of meterage of poundage of pressure, the whole road would fall down if it collapses.
Well, I mean, this is what was so incredibly impressive. I mean, he's not an engineer. He doesn't come from any kind of background like that, but he just finds it out.
Yeah.
You know, he finds it out so he can do it. And then the really weird thing, and this is so outrageous, Holmes, so he builds this enormous, enormous fish tank, and you think it's going to be like The Little Mermaid in there, and, you know, beautiful fish and kind of everyone doing a samba. Actually, these are these ghastly grey things that he's fished out of the local river that are probably used to swimming around upturned shopping trolleys. You know, these are bottom feeders. So by the time I get in there, I'm the most gorgeous thing in there. You know, they're all kind of going, what is that?
You did climb in. And
I did.
This is what I love.
Yeah.
This is actually his front room as well. He's got an open tank in his front room.
Yeah.
But you're in one of your beautiful suits, Lawrence.
Well, I mean, I'm not going to get into latex, am I? You know, talk about the chub rub. You know, that's not going to work. But I'm not a very good swimmer, actually. It was quite sort of... there I am.
The glamour of telly.
Love the fact I've still got my sunglasses on. Yeah, no, but it was very kind of... Everyone was going, would you go in? And I went, well, of course I'm going to go in. You know,
yes.
I've got to be... That's it. That's part of it.
What everyone will be desperate to understand, though, and I know that you've done a series at your house, is what is the Llewellyn-Bowen household like? Is this a sort of a sense of what you and Jackie do at home
Yeah, right.
Yeah, no, with the decoration, in terms of, have you got sort of outrageous pieces here and there?
So, this is what the most wonderful experience in the world. After 30 years on television, at 60, I can now say that my house looks tame next to these people. Because, you know, yes, we live in this sort of, you know, fantasy environment that expresses us, but actually, you know, compared to the absolute bravery, the bravura of some of the outrageous homeowners who really don't actually ever see that they need to hold themselves back. And we, you know, I mean, as you know, we live with our children, we live with our grandchildren, so there's a sort of a background to family life. It's kind of a little bit mafia in many ways, I suppose.
Right,
a little bit cult, a little bit kind of, you know, little manor house on the prairie. But, you know, it is all about actually making sure that you do what you want to do. And our house is Cotswold Manor House, it's listed, but that, you know, these are problems that you can surmount. These are things you can do.
And if somebody watches it, and everybody who watches it will enjoy it without a shadow of a doubt, but if they watch it and they turn around and go, ooh, and they get like a bit of a glint in their eye and they think, ooh, I quite fancy doing something here. What would be your tips? Like, how would you kind of make it a little bit more practical?
Well, I think the big thing is, you know, what will happen, I think, is a lot of people will just want to turn the volume up on what they're doing already.
Yes.
And I think that if that happens, my work on this planet is finally done. I have literally rubbed off on planet Earth and I'll be back to wherever I came from. Because I think, you know, lockdown kind of started it. I think when people were stuck in rooms that they felt were very grey and didn't really reflect
A lot of your contributors started.
That's what they did, and that actually, if you're looking around and thinking, I haven't got the bravery to do it, but then you see people who've gone absolutely right to the other end of the spectrum, you know, it can be something that's a bit empowering because we don't need to have rooms that have a telephone voice. You know, we don't need to have these spaces that are about, you know, keeping up with the Joneses anymore or impressing estate agents or anything like that. Actually, we've got one try at it, and your home is the only space in your world that you can control yourself. You know, it's absolutely all about your decisions. The minute you step outside your front door, people are judging you. But when you're in your own home, you can be what on earth you want to be.
That's what's so...
Marie Antoinette or Gary Antoinette, it doesn't matter.
Yeah,
Marie Antoinette. I love a lot of these houses. From the outside, you won't have any idea of what's going on behind.
So Brit, isn't it? It's so Brit.
It's Outrageous Homes. It's on tonight on Channel 4, 10 o'clock. Make sure you watch it. It's brilliant. Thank you.
Gin.
Pour gin.
Pour gin. Enjoy. Visual feast.
Thank you for visiting our This Morning YouTube channel. We upload tons of new content every single day. So hit the subscribe button, like all the videos, and don't miss out. We'll see you in the morning.
Suranne Jones is back on our TVs this weekend. But if you're expecting another gripping thriller from the queen of the small screen, then prepare yourselves for something entirely different.
Yes, she's swapping vigils for rituals as Suranne embarks on her first ever documentary exploring the chilling history of witches.
For much of history, witches and witchcraft have been viewed with fear and suspicion.
You had 200 years where women were terrified of being called a witch.
I'm going on an epic journey to uncover what led to some of the biggest trials in history.
There is a worry that witches are rampant and they are out to hurt the king and society.
Women were silenced. Women didn't have a voice. They were repressed. And it has been repeated and repeated and repeated. What do people think that they are going to achieve by sending those threats?
They want to shut you up. They want you to be so scared that you'll stop talking.
I mean, it's so different. Saran joins us now to tell us more. It's completely different to what you've done before, even in the fact that it's a documentary and you don't know the ending of this script and you have to follow those twists and turns with it.
Yeah.
Why did you decide to do this?
Firstly, I was just saying to you both, kudos to presenters, because, like, it is a different thing. I get a script, I get the whole thing, I get to prep, I get to research, I get to rehearse. And with this, we started off with one story that we thought, oh, this is great, this is really interesting. And then the people that we interviewed started to uncover stuff, and then the narrative leads you. It's like a Who Do You Think You Are, in a sense. Only Who Do You Think You Are witches. And then it took us a year, 3 different countries, 3 different directors. It was a big thing to do and such a shift, but I loved it.
You've never been a witch. You've never been cast as a witch, though, have you?
No, but I'd love to be, Ben.
Oh.
So if anyone wants to, I'm here. I would love
You've
to.
got the background. You've done all the research.
Yeah, I feel like, you know, when I was younger, I think I didn't gravitate towards princesses. I love fairy tales. I love folklore. I loved. But I love witches and the wild women and the women that got the hands dirty, the women that were different, the magical, the rebels. Yeah. And so I feel like this documentary has cemented why I choose my characters even in my 40s. Yeah, it started right back then.
Well, it's so funny because they've got so much... Every time you talk about a witch in the documentary, got so much guts to them. What would you say were the characteristics?
So we meet Louisa McCormack, who is an art historian, and she's also a feminist lecturer. And so we looked at, the iconography of what a witch, you know, the green skin and the hats and they were and the cats and the brooms. And actually, you start to break it down and say, why did they have a broom? Why did they have a cauldron? And she. I was going to repeat what I said in the documentary, but there's a swear word, so I won't do that.
It's going against stereotypes.
Yes, it's about kind of them owning what people thought of what a woman, a cook and a cleaner, the cauldron and the broom. And they were taking those things and using them to fly into their own power and into their own feminine adventure and their journey. Only that's not what it was seen as a danger, but actually it was them reclaiming themselves and saying, no, I don't, the cauldron isn't for cooking. No. The broom isn't for cleaning. I need my own identity. So we met so many different people and it just feels like it opened me up. I say it cracked me open as part of my history.
And what I loved as well, you say because it's Lancashire where you're from, and it seems like quite a lot of the darkness and the sort of the grit that you're talking about sort of came from Lancashire. The whole Pendle party was gripping, and that something sort of made sense to you. Then you were saying,
and so at that time, so the 17th century, you know, people didn't know who the rulers were, you know, whether Catholic or Protestant. They didn't know kind of what was going on with them. It was
changing a lot as well, wasn't it?
There was so much change, so much upheaval. And so a lot of so they say in the documentary that a lot of the people went to that corner of the UK and kind of hid.
Misfits
and travellers. And I just felt like, I was a bit of a rebel when I was younger. That kind of suits me. I liked that, But unfortunately, King James was deeply paranoid.
King James I, yes.
Yeah, and he wrote this book called Demonology, and it told people to look out for witches. So people were then trying to clean up their corners of their communities, and anyone that didn't conform to society, they were labelled a witch.
And what was interesting about the documentary is the language that was used back then. and the ideas and the books that were written and the literature about witches and how they were and who these women were is still language, actually, that we're using today.
Yeah.
It's just been passed forward.
Yeah. So we talked to Louisa again about the Malleus Maleficarum.
Yeah.
And that was an awful book, nicknamed The Hammer of Witches as well, by this monk. And he labelled women that they made a pact with the devil, and if they had any sexual feelings or were promiscuous in any way, that's because they were in this pact with the devil and they were a witch. And then the printing press comes along, and that book is then spread through communities.
Kind of like the social media of our time.
Exactly. Yeah. And then you have deep misogyny spreading through communities like we have in the internet.
Yeah.
And so when you think about it like that, these things that happened in the 17th century are repeating themselves.
You meet some modern-day witches or people that certainly feel akin to them. You did a little bit of howling.
Love to howl.
You did a little bit of howling on
Yes.
camera. The instinct of the howl comes from just...
It's Natasha Khan here is back for lashes.
Yeah.
So she does it when she's doing her music. And it's about basically owning that you can have a voice today and give yourself permission to be loud and to be heard. And for women, it's so funny because it feels so good. And so I've just finished a show for Netflix called The Choice. Yeah. I made the whole crew howl. So if you want to have a go...
Let's have a go. We've got 40 seconds.
You up for it? You up for it?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, we're in.
Go
right, ready?
deep, go deep and loud.
Okay.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3.
Shaggy. You sound like Shaggy.
Carl wasn't making much of an effort then, Carl.
Come
That was
on,
disappointing.
Carl, on your own.
Give us a... No. There's something very purging about it.
There
isn't
is.
there?
Well, the Witch Trials is on Sunday, on the 23rd of June.
Yeah.
9
First
p.m.
episode, 9 p.m. Channel 4.
Channel 4, second episode the following Sunday, or you can box set it, stream it from and watch both.
That's how to do it.
And will you come back and talk to us about The Choice as
Yes.
well?
Yes, I'd love to.
And this
Yeah.
very smart Prime Ministerial haircut.
Haircut, yeah.
Oh, hello. Thank you for visiting our This Morning YouTube channel. We upload tons of new content every single day. So hit the subscribe button, like all the videos, and don't miss out. We'll see you in the morning. It's 50 years. I can't quite believe it's 50 years since the eco-conscious Wimbledon Common borrowers, the Wombles, shot to fame across the globe.
But it wasn't just their stories about recycling rubbish that captured the hearts of millions. It was their music.
Underground, overground, wombling free. The Wombles of Wimbledon Common are we. Remember you're a Womble. Remember you're a Womble. Remember you're a Womble. Remember you're a Womble. Well, I wish it could be a Wombling. Merry Christmas every day. Come on along, get your boots on. The Wombles are on parade.
Well, look, we're thrilled to be joined by Mike Batt, who's the man behind the Wombles hits, to take a look back at their legacy. Morning to you, Mike.
Lovely to see you.
Morning.
50 years. Can you quite believe it?
I can't believe I'm here after 50 years. But, you know, I mean, it was so much fun that I can't not remember it. I mean, of course, I mean, the expression, remember you're a Womble, people shout it in the street, you know, at me.
Do they?
Remember you're a Womble? I say, yes, I can't forget.
Yeah.
You won't let me forget. But I really enjoy it. I mean, when people say to me in interviews, not unlike this kind of interview, you know, do you ever regret the Wombles because you're supposed to be sort of, you know, wrote Bright Eyes and all the serious stuff and everything. Well, not that Bright Eyes is that serious, but you know what I'm talking about.
Sure.
And I say, no, I couldn't possibly. I mean, my mum made the costumes. My family was... The amount of joy that we just got as people, you know, for just doing this, even though I set out to be like a serious musician and everything, and I'd like to think I still am, but it was just such a lot of fun. But to have 3 records in the charts at the same time, which happened in June exactly 50 years ago, so this is exactly the 50th anniversary, that is... You just asked me, do I believe it? No, but we knew at the time that it was special because it was the first time since the Beatles had done it.
Yes, so the Wombles basically were the first ones since the Beatles to have 3 albums at the same time. But just go back though, Mike, because you didn't create the Wombles, but you got to write the music for the Wombles.
That's right, yeah. I signed as an artist with Liberty Records, and Then I left and became freelance, and I was starting to do jingles and stuff to make money on the side while I was trying to become a pop star. And I got this job to write some music for the thing called The Wombles, which was puppets, this side. And I said, why don't I write a song for you, and then I can mention Great Uncle Bulgaria and Tobermory and people like that. And they said, oh, that sounds like a good idea. So I did it, and then I couldn't get the attention of my record company, who just thought it was a side project, like a TV thing.
Yeah.
So I rang up my mum, who was very good at making costumes, and said, Mum, do you think you can make me a Womble costume? Because record companies want to see the artist, and they want to know... They say, I worked with the artist, you know.
Yeah.
And so my mum made me a costume out of really things around the house. She actually got wombly things, like a ping-pong ball for the nose. I don't want to give away too many secrets.
Trade secrets,
Because the Wombles we've got here are real Wombles. They're not in costumes.
Of course, absolutely.
But the ones that were in costumes had... like a washing-up mat for the nose and that sort of thing, you know.
Yeah.
And anyway, that was what it was, and that's how it all started. And suddenly I had a hit as a Womble. I thought, well, I must have another hit, because I'd already promised myself I would follow up. And then we had Rimabura Womble, and then we thought, oh, we'll have another one, Banana Rock, and that happily all happened at the same time. And instead of dropping out of the charts, they kept in the charts, and so. Weirdly, we had 3 in there at the same time.
I think the really interesting thing, though, is you saw the advertisement in the NME. You were, like, 18 at the time. You wrote the song, but instead of taking the £200...
Yes.
You wanted the rights.
Well, I mean, to be honest with you,
clever.
I could have done with that £200.
Of course.
In 1974, £200 was what, £2,000?
Decent bit of money.
Yeah,
18.
I said, I'll tell you what, why don't you give me the character rights for musical purposes? Not everything, not the books or, you know, and underlying character rights, but let me have the character rights for entertainment. And they said, fine, that's not in our business plan, you can have that, no problem. So that's how we then had the hit and the pop group. My mum made some more costumes, not just the one.
Yeah.
And off it went, and it seemed to take over the country, at least. Thankfully, not the world, because it means that in places other than Great Britain, I get to be called Mike Batt, the they've never heard of the Wombles.
They're not the Womblers,
yeah.
So it's an amazing thing, because my first thing... Well, we loved Wombles growing up. I was 1974 was the year I was born, Mike, so it's my 50th, so I feel very connected to the Wombles. But my first experience was you guys performing, with Wombles performing a Christmas special on The Word.
Yeah, and I seem to remember, they told me you were in the audience, because I just heard that today, and I stage dived into the crowd, and instead of catching me and passing me round and putting me back on stage, they just parted
Everyone got out of the way.
They parted like the Red Sea, and I just smashed onto the ground.
There you are, love!
That's me. And this is 1994, so 30 years ago, Mike. It was a bit later. There's me, and I went with a few of my mates. We got some tickets to The Word, which was a big show at the time.
Yeah, it was a very cool show.
It was, hence me being very cool.
Of course, you're so cool.
What on earth was I thinking? Oik from Essex in a bandana. For heaven's sake. But it was the most amazing experience.
But you also performed at Glastonbury too, right?
We did. The last time, I can say, if these were costumed Wombles,
yes,
the last time that the costumes would have been out would have been in 2011 when we did Glastonbury. We did a whole 1 hour live set, playing live, singing live, everything. Because on top of the pops, you had to mime.
Yes, of course.
But this was...
So you were playing and singing live as well?
Glastonbury, yeah. Yeah, and it was 82 degrees heat before you got your Womble costume on a sunny day.
Yeah,
and
absolutely boiling.
Yeah, we had a great big fan that was...
Just to try and keep you alive. So you're releasing the album, The Wombles. It's a golden 50th anniversary celebration, the remastered singles.
50 years.
There you go.
And it is out on Friday, that album.
It's like, I don't know whether they've got time for me to tell you, but the thing I've been doing at the moment is putting together to bed the edit of my book, which is, weirdly, here's publishers for you. It's about my life and all the more serious stuff I've done, like, you know, Art Garfunkel.
Mellower.
Yeah, 9 Million Bicycles and all that. But, obviously, a couple of chapters on the Wombles. And, of course, the publisher said to me, oh, you know, there must be a Womble on the front. What we did, it was a sort of compromise. With this one where you're not supposed to take your head off as a Womble.
No,
absolutely not allowed. But we did one backstage shot, which I did when I was 23 or something, in the old days. And I've got the head like this, and I'm looking at it, and it's me, and I'm looking at it as if to say, why are we doing this?
Yeah.
It's a bit Hamlet, isn't it?
Still there, yeah,
To be or not to be.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you. I think there's
the Womble okay?
The Wombles are getting ready.
He's still wombling. We're okay.
His back's gone.
Great Uncle Bulgaria's back's gone, yeah.
His back's gone.
So, are we going to have a bit of music then?
Yeah.
Because if we're going to have a bit of music, I feel
Are we
like
going to recreate my...
you might need a bandana.
My bandana.
You've got things
Because he had a bandana, and I think you might also need your waistcoat. Do you know how to tie a bandana?
I don't even remember. I don't even know how I tied it in the first place. This is me there.
Yeah.
With my bandana on.
OK, put your waistcoat on. Come on, get your guns
What's
out.
this festival gear?
This is what I was wearing that day, 1994, Mike.
Let's go back to the 90s.
Well, I know what I was wearing that day.
Yes, I know what you're wearing as well. Wombling costume. Time for a bit of music from the Wombles themselves. Orinoco, Wellington Bungo and Great Uncle Bulgaria are performing one of their biggest hits. This is the Wombling song.
Go get it.
Underground, overground, wombling free. The Wombles of Wimbledon, come on are we, making good use of the things that we find, things that the everyday folks leave behind. Uncle Bulgaria, he can remember the days when he was behind the times, with his map of the world, pick up the papers and make them into something new, is what we do. People don't notice us, they never see. Under their noses our womble may be. Underground, overground, wombling free. The wombles of Wimbledon, common are we.
Yay! Bravo, bravo, bravo! Hola, yesterdays.
Happy birthday to all the Wombles. Thank you for joining us, Mike.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for having us.
Thank you. Absolutely brilliant.
I don't know why I stopped wearing a bandana.
Me either. I think you should wear it for the rest of the show.
Suits you.
Can we
feels
cook
very
in it? Thank you for visiting our This Morning YouTube channel. We upload new content every day, so go ahead and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out, and we'll see you in the morning. Next guests are two of Strictly's brightest stars who both waltzed into last year's final.
But today they're swapping the ballroom for our sofa.
Dancing into the This Morning studio, Vito Coppola and Diane Buswell.
Good morning. Beautifully timed, you guys.
It's almost like you're professional dancers.
I know.
A little bit panache.
Perfect. And you've both been announced. You're on the show this year. Are you excited?
Oh, very excited. I always say it's going to be my 8th year, but it still feels like my first. Like, the excitement is still so real. I love it.
Yeah, we cannot wait to start. You know, I feel like the kid when you are before the Santa...
Before Christmas, yeah.
And you're there and you're waiting. And it's like this every single time. You know, we'll hit that surprise, just lots of excitement, and we cannot wait to start.
How long is it, Dan, before they get in touch post one season, knowing that you're definitely going to be in the next one? And what's that period like? Because I think you've just finished the tour as well, and the professionals tour.
Yeah, so we do the Strictly Live tour sort of straight after the show in January. And it's sort of not long after that we kind of find out that we're back or not. But, yeah, every year you still just hope you just don't know. So you really hope, and it's very exciting
We're
that
super
we're back.
excited.
What do you think is the secret to the success of the show? Because, I mean, it's been in the book of Guinness Book of Records. There's been a spin-off in 38 different countries. There is just something about this show that everybody loves, of all different ages.
Yeah, I think definitely the fact that there is so many different levels that come into the show, so many different ages. So there really is something for everybody. You know, you have little kids watching to grandma and grandpa, and everyone can get together and watch it as a family, which I feel like there's not that many shows around that you can actually sit with your, you know, your grandma, grandpa, your cousins, sisters, whatever it is, and all enjoy the show together. So it's a real family show.
Unique show. It's approachable and it's likable. Everyone loves it. It's very, like, you know, family, and everyone is watching, and we through our show, we are able, you know, to bring joy to the people. We get so many messages. People get in touch with us and like, listen, we wait the entire week just to watch you because we love watching you. And it's about, you know, love, an exchange of love constantly. So
there's a lot of love on the show. We can come to that. But Vito, I wonder how it's changed your life, coming over and doing Strictly and being part of the whole Strictly world.
My life has changed completely. I couldn't imagine that it would have been, you know, like this, you know. And when I got the call and I was in Milan, I remember I was working. I was like, what? Is it true? 1 second. Can I call you in 5 minutes just to metabolize it? And look at me today. I would never, ever imagine to be here today and, you know, to share all this beautiful experience. It's just, you know, mind-blowing.
Yeah. You've just finished the tour. How was that?
It was
Pros
really
tour, yeah.
good. Yeah, the pro tour. We had so much fun. We do what we love. It's quite amazing,
We're
really.
lucky.
And we get to
Does
put
it
on
get
a show for
competitive
people.
amongst you, though?
It really doesn't. No. Like,
You're not like all trying to do an extra flip or an extra twist or an extra turn?
No.
Oh, OK.
No, we don't.
You're family, OK.
We really enjoy the time together, yeah. It's a lot of fun.
And am I right in saying that Ellie came and saw you on tour as well?
Yeah, both came. Ellie and Bobby came.
Ellie and Bobby came.
Ellie came in Nottingham because she was on tour, and Bobby came in London to watch us. You know, every time it's like, and the family becomes bigger and bigger and bigger. It's just amazing.
And it's so amazing when you're performing, when your student, as you say, is in the audience, because you feel like, oh, they're going to be watching me for my technique. They're going to look what I taught them. And,
oh, that's
and
interesting.
It's really
you put yourself under more pressure just because you want to impress them as well.
I mean, they're impressed anyway, aren't they?
I mean, obviously, Strictly's been in the news recently because Giovanni is stepping down because of the allegations that he has denied. I wonder how you both feel that might change your approach with the celebrities this year, whether it will have an effect.
Honestly, we are just very excited to, every year, you know, to start a new season. And we are grateful that we are able to share another beautiful season all together. And we are looking forward because this season is going to be, you know, special because Amy's back.
Yeah,
and,
Amy's back.
Yeah.
It's the 20th year this
20th
year,
year
so there's so many
Strictly,
positive things.
Yeah, and we, like always, what we say also to our celeb, look, always the glass are full. And that's what we are doing, you know?
Do you ever, Diane, I wonder when with your partners, have you ever had partners that couldn't cope with the pressure or how you're teaching them and you've had to taper or tailor your techniques for training to manage, you know, how they're dealing with, because it's a lot of pressure for you guys, but also those celebs dancing every day when they're not known as that.
Yeah, I mean, definitely I change my teaching style with every single celebrity that I'm given because they're all so different. They've all got different qualities about them, and it's about, you know, getting to know them and you really do understand how to teach them in the right way. So, yeah, it changes year on year for me. I think that's why I love it so much, because it's so interesting. It's never the same. Like, you will never go into a year and it will be the same as last. So I love that part about it.
We learn a lot also from our celeb, you know. So we
Yeah.
kind of, our way of teaching is like mirroring. So I know who I have in front of me and we are able to adapt our way of teaching. It's like, you know, a dress. We suit the way of teaching like a dress on you.
Analogies.
On you is completely, you know, unique and different. It's not like the previous one. It's not going to be the same for hopefully the next year. So it's just unique and very original.
Yeah.
And that's how you get the best results as well. You guys are actually going to go on tour yourselves, just the two of you?
Yeah.
So how did this come about and what are you doing?
So I feel like Vito and I are like each other, but in a, like, you're the female version of me and I'm the male version of you. We're like, does that make sense?
The other way around.
Right? You understand what I mean.
Yeah, we always say, like, you know, when we met, and that Diane was the first person I met when I came to Strictly, I felt like, maybe you felt this feeling. You meet someone, it's like, oh, you know, I know already this person since ages, you know? And we felt like probably we are, you know, far cousin, also because you are half Italian.
I'm half Italian, actually, so, you know.
Look, everything makes sense because we like to also to match.
We said today we're actually the Italian
look, because like white, green, and red, because of course red, and because the show is called Red, Hot and Ready. So I feel like it's definitely red, it's definitely gonna be hot, you know, full of things that we cannot wait to share, and ready because we were born ready.
Yes.
Yeah.
But it's not just going to be dancing, right? Are we going to see some of the other hidden talents that you have?
We are, yeah. It's going to be a very fun show for us because we're going to delve into things that, you know, a lot of people probably haven't seen us do before. For example, I've been getting into a lot more acting recently. The last 2 years, I've really been studying that, and I want to showcase that.
Yeah,
You and you're singing and your instruments. And,
So you're going to be singing, Vito?
I mean, I'm working on my voice, you know, and I'm trying to be on the tone, you know, like do, re, mi, fa, sol. I think I'm on the sol note.
So, okay, yeah, okay.
I'm trying to...
A few more to go.
I'm trying to
Slowly
discover
but surely.
But for sure, it's not going to be just a dancing show. Of course, it's like a ballroom and Latin. This is our discipline, you know.
Yeah.
We start from there, and after, you know, we spread. It's like a tree, you know, and all the... How you call the
branches.
of the tree?
Branches?
The branches of the tree. It's like, you know, different styles. We like to improve ourselves. In this period, we are, you know, just a full immersion. As long as you keep improving yourself, you know, and you develop your ability, you develop your versatility, your skills, you know, it's just... We just want to give the best show to the people.
Because
Can't wait to see it.
we're getting a lot of the passion.
We're coming back in just 1 second.
Oh, hello. Thank you for visiting our This Morning YouTube channel. We upload tons of new content every single day. So hit the subscribe button, like all the videos, and don't miss out. We'll see you in the morning.
I actually did tell my sons that you were coming on our show today, and I am officially the coolest mum on the planet right now. Oh, that's a nice thing to hear. They are so excited that you're here with us, and I'm going to bring them on your tour because you've been doing this tour. So you did 2022, 2023, and now you're back with a new tour now.
Yeah, it's been so unexpected. I put this together in 2022. It's all about the oceans and about kind of bringing oceans to life on stage, conservation, anatomy, biology, all the stuff that comes with it. And thought, yeah, we'll do that once, it'll be grand. And it sold out in a heartbeat, so we thought we'll do it again. And that sold out in a heartbeat, so we went, well, do it one more time. And this one's almost sold out already, and we're in June, and it doesn't happen until October. No. Wow. So clearly there's a massive appetite out there for positive, empowering stories about the oceans and everything that live there.
The lovely thing, I think, though, Steve, is that Kat's boys are 6 and 8.
Yeah.
And yet it's not just young children who are interested, and you've got PhD students coming in as well. That, like, the range and the interest and the value that is in the show isn't just for little ones. There's tons in there.
It makes it complicated for me.
I bet.
Because I've got to be aware that, you know, there could be anyone in the audience from a 2 or 3-year-old up to, as you say, university professors, and you've got to find a way of being able to talk to all of them. And it's really interesting, actually, because you find that youngsters, I'm not sure if you agree with this, Kat, but at around that 6 or 7 age range, will take in more factual content, more facts than any adult ever would.
Like sponges.
Sure.
They are like sponges, and they are not intimidated by hearing things that they don't know, and they will take on an inordinate amount of facts. But you do have to be careful with how you present the conservation content. So you've got to be very, very careful that it doesn't have that overwhelming sense of gloom.
Too big.
Yes, exactly. So the problems that we posit in these shows always have to have an element of positivity about them, a way that you're putting the power of change into young people's hands so that it can be empowering for them, rather than having that crushing, overwhelming sense that the planet's problems are too big for them and there's nothing they can do about it. But once you balance that, it's a fabulous challenge, because you can throw anything at young people in terms of facts and they'll embrace it.
Yeah, but it's also, Steve, yes, for sure, my boys love nature, they love animals, they love learning, they love retaining facts, but it's the way you do it. You do it so brilliant. It's like the mixture of fun and panto and TED Talk and magic and poo and goodness else knows what.
Well, I think that there's a kind of knack to storytelling, and I think it's very different, that part of things, to how we would perhaps do things for adults.
Yeah.
So when we're doing natural history programmes for adults, there's a big part about embracing your inner geek. You know, a lot of us, we've been nerds our whole life. We maybe weren't the most popular people at school, but now we've got the opportunity to embrace that as adults. That doesn't work quite so well with youngsters. With youngsters, everything has to be filled with excitement and adventure and action and humour. And if you can do all of those things, then you just bring them along with you on a tidal wave of excitement. Tidal wave?
Yeah, there you go.
Of excitement. So, yeah, it's been a very, very surprising journey. I'm so glad that we got the opportunity to do it again, and that you guys are coming along as well.
Brilliant.
So, and talking about some of the things that you're bringing to the stage, because it's not just you talking, is it, as Kat was saying?
No.
And there's some physical elements to this as well, Steve, that are going to be, that you've got to try and you've got to create on stage to give the audience an understanding of the scale of what you're talking about.
Absolutely. So one of the things that we really struggle with in television is that sense of scale.
Yes.
You're talking about wanting to swim alongside a whale shark, and you just be completely overwhelmed by the size and scale of the animal. But actually, when we're doing that on screen, that's almost impossible to do. You know, we're showing things that people are going to watch on their tellies, possibly even on their phones. So how do you get any sense of quite how big these animals are. In some cases, it is absolutely overwhelming. But on stage, I can do that. I can have a life-sized replica of some of the biggest animals ever on stage. If you've got the right size of stage, they have to be pretty big. And you hear these gasps from people the second you bring a life-sized whale out onto stage, that it really can actually be that big.
And that's what I think is so infectious about all of your programmes, actually. It's like that moment when you met the orca and you were free diving, when you managed to hold your breath for 8 minutes, up to 8 minutes, 6. And you're kind of almost dancing together, and then when you come out the water, that level of excitement that you feel is palpable as you watch it.
Yeah, this particular one, we were filming for about 10 days, and most of the time the orca just cruised on past us. There's lots and lots of food in the area, so they're focused on finding the giant shoals of herring that they're feeding on. And despite them being one of the most intelligent animals on the planet, most of the time they completely ignore you. But this one single female, she spotted me from a distance and came in, as you can see here, circled around and around and around, eyeballing me the whole time. Then someone did the same with my camera operator, and then came back and went round me again. She stayed with us for, I don't know, 45 minutes, hopping up alongside the boat, spy hopping out to look at my crew on the boat. She even rolled over onto her tummy like a big, like our dog here, like Buddy here, just wanting to have her tummy scratched. It was just amazing.
That's the power you weed still.
Yeah.
We'll feedback your...
Tickets for the tour are on sale now on your website.
Amazing. Steve, thank you so much for coming in and sharing some of that with us.
welcome.
It's always lovely to see you. Oh, hello. Thank you for visiting our This Morning YouTube channel. We upload tons of new content every single day. So hit the subscribe button, like all the videos, and don't miss out. We'll see you in the morning. Oh, you can tell the kids absolutely loved it. I imagine you did as well.
Oh, it was so much fun playing those old instruments, but also, you know, seeing the kids so engaged in it. It was really, really great.
Yeah,
it was crumb horns at the end.
That's right. Crumb horns. It's it's like a kind of, it's like a bit like a recorder, but it's got a kind of strange, kind of curled end to it. Well, it is. It looks a bit like a hockey stick or something, but it makes this kind of quite unique sound.
Yeah.
And what was brilliant was watching the kids just totally fascinated by all these old instruments. We had a great workshop with them, and it's sort of part of this programme that you were talking about, the Mastercrafters. Mastercrafters was a show I made last year at Sky Arts about celebrating heritage crafts, things like stained glass and wood carving and such like that.
Dry stone walling, did you?
Well, yeah, that was one of them. And this one, this year, we're doing that again, but this is a kind of a one-off special to go along with Sky Arts Access All Arts Week, which is this fantastic resource for primary school kids to, access all kinds of information about, teaching methods that teachers can download this all for free from a website. Gives amazing ideas about how to, engage kids with music.
Yeah, it's so funny, actually, because my boys play violins, and there's a little shop just off the Finchley Road called Florian's. Have you ever been there?
Yeah.
So, and it's like this little house, you wouldn't even know it exists, and then you go up this little wiggly pathway, and then you go in, and they showed us around every single floor, and there's people making the bows and repairing the instruments.
Sounds like Ollivander's wand shop in Harry Potter.
It is. It's amazing, and the boys were so excited about it.
Yeah, it is. And the thing is, I think, if you can engage with children at that age, then it almost, you are sort of, you may tap into something that gives them a kind of lifelong interest or a lifelong love.
And so you started 4 years old?
4 years old, yeah.
And that was with the piano? Was that your first?
That's right. Yeah, we had an upright piano in our front room, and it was just there. People played it. My mum played it. My cousins played it. My various family members played it, and I just would go up and try to bang a tune out of it. And then I realised that I was able to pick out tunes from the radio. And my mum kind of clocked that. She went, "Oh, you've just heard something, and then you've played it." So she then encouraged me to play more, got lessons and so on, and I kind of carried on.
So that started with that. How many instruments can you now play, or have you tried to play, Bill?
Well, everyone asked me this, and I'm like, it's not a thing, I put on my passport. Bill Berry,
it's on your
57 instruments.
I think it's on your Wikipedia.
And, Wikipedia.
Yes,
but I have no control over that. Who does that? I don't know. Aliens. But anyway, about 60, something like that.
About 60. And that's 60 that you could pick up and you could sort of hold a tune, use?
These are things... I mean, they're not all different instruments. Things with a keyboard.
Yes. Yeah.
So there's lots of things with a keyboard.
Yeah.
Things with a fret and strings that look like a guitar.
We saw that huge one in the show as well.
That was a theorbo. Amazing.
Theorbo, that's a brilliant
instrument.
name.
Ah, it's like a long neck
Look at the size of it.
lute. It's absolutely incredible. And it was developed in the end of the 16th century to respond to the needs of opera, because like, there were more singers, different kinds of layers of music, so they needed a bass lute. Before that, lutes were of a higher sort of, you know, register. And I mean, look at it. It's just, I'm absolutely in my total
Quite tricky to
element.
get in the back of the car, though.
Yeah, well, yeah, busking would be an issue,
Not
wouldn't
particularly
it?
mobile.
Doing a bit of,
But you've got that really, really old instrument, but then you also played the laser harp.
The laser harp, yes, that's right, in my tour.
Let's have a look at the laser
This is you
harp.
playing. We played a little noise. So explain how this works.
Oh, here we go. So this is, it's basically, these are different laser beams, and each beam, as you put your hand through it, it triggers a musical sample. So basically what you can do is you can play the light as if it were a harp. And Jean-Michel Jarre
of course,
pioneered it.
Yeah.
And I just thought, I must have one. I must have one. And put it in my show.
And do you have the laser harp at home now? Do you sit at home and sort of put it in a darkened room and just play?
Drives your wife mad with it.
In the house.
Yes.
Just all the animals going crazy. No.
You don't. No.
I'm banned from it in the house.
No laser harping.
No laser harp. No.
So you just mentioned the animals then. How many animals do you have? Because you take in all waifs and strays,
Yes, we
right?
do. That's right. Lots of rescues. We started off with a rabbit and a guinea pig, and it sort of snowballed a little bit. Now we've got all sorts of things. There's our 2 doggies. But we've got things like there's a giant rabbit that saw off a fox. Oh, that was
saw off a fox.
Yeah, and there's our 2 armadillos.
Of course, you've got armadillos.
Tommy and Dylan. Yeah, but the rabbit was great. We had these giant rabbits for a bit, and I saw this fox trying it on with this giant rabbit, and the giant rabbit turned around and booted it, and the fox just legged it, and terrified. And I always would love to have been in on the conversation with the foxes later on. You know, the foxes getting around in like a car park with some bins or something, and one of them going, "I had a terrible day today. Oh, this giant rabbit kicked me." And they go, "A giant rabbit kick you in the face?" No, it's massive. This rabbit. Yeah, of course, a giant rabbit. But we got quite a lot of animals. Yeah, we got a rescue dogs,
parrots,
armadillos. We got some.
You
frogs,
name it, you've got it.
Yeah.
And now, but how is that? That's just a love of animals, then people have realised that if there's an animal that needs a home...
Absolutely, yeah.
The Baileys are the ones.
Once you start with that, people kind of turn up at the door with things, they go, like, "Oh, hello, I hear you look after animals," and so, you end up as a soft touch.
Oh, who's going to look after all these animals when you're off on tour, when you're in Australia?
Yeah, well, we got, a bit of help. Some people come in. We got some volunteers come in.
Yeah.
My wife's, she's helping out. Her son, he's there as well. So everyone pitches in.
Yeah.
But yes, it's great. I love being around animals.
Yeah.
So, it's good for you.
We were talking, we mentioned just before the break that you've been up walking in the Scottish Highlands as well, sort of retracing some trekking and some hiking.
Yeah, absolutely right. And it's something that I love doing. And this was quite a
Look at
tough
that picture.
trek.
Wow.
I mean, that was in Loch Duich. That was on Sandwood Bay Beach. Oh, amazing. It's the Cape Wrath Trail. It's the toughest hike in Britain, so-called.
Okay.
And it's 250 miles from Fort William up to Cape Wrath, that's the Cape Wrath Lighthouse there. And it's the most northwesterly point of Britain. Beyond that, it's just the Faroe Isles. It's amazing. Glens, mountains. We saw deer, golden eagles, white-tailed eagles. It was epic.
And your dad came and your son came? I mean, there was a little bit of...
My dad came and visited halfway. My dad, bless him, he was 92 a couple of days ago.
Oh, happy birthday.
And there he is, that's me and the lad. And so my son came with me and he walked with me and a few friends. It was great. It was
what a lovely thing to have done as well.
Yeah. Isn't it? And you all live together in your house?
Yeah, we do.
All the different generations of
So you've got the musical instruments.
There's a
you've got
couple
the
of animals running around, 3 generations.
Killer rabbit.
Kind of a giant lute, yeah. Yeah, you must come round. Yeah, it's like that. You've been round. Clearly, you've been round.
And I like it.
Sounds amazing. I think we're cleaning a pair of your trainers in a minute as well, aren't we?
Gordon
Yeah, Phil's
Bennett.
not going anywhere because we're going to sort out his footwear, which needs a bit of help.
Thanks.
You've had a lovely morning. Lamb chops, clean trainers.
It's the best day ever.
Life don't get much better. Thank you. Thank you for visiting our This Morning YouTube channel. We upload new content every day, so go ahead and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out. And we'll see you in the morning.
thrilled that
So
Meghan's here with us this morning. Lovely to see you this morning. We were talking while we were looking at that every Meghan Trainor song is so identifiably Meghan Trainor.
For sure.
That style. Is that something that you always wanted, or you just...
Yeah, I think I didn't know if I would have that because I write in so many different genres that when I first came out with the doo-wop stuff, I was like, oh, am I trapped with the doo-wop forever? But I've learned now over 10 years that it's like, the way I do it is I take old school sounds and I make it really modern and pop, and that's what I love too. So it turned into the Meghan Trainor sound. And I didn't know that till my last album, Taking It Back, where I had Made You Look. Like when that blew up, I was like, oh yeah, that's my sound. That like doo-wop, but like pop. And my dad says that's the coolest thing about you is no matter where I go, I can tell, oh, that's Meghan singing.
For sure.
And I was like,
you are
that's sick.
That's so cool.
Instantly identifiable.
Thank you.
It's insane.
Cool.
But you also write for other people, though, too.
I do, yeah.
So who else have you written for?
I wrote for Rascal Flatts. Yeah. I wrote some country. I wrote
J-Lo,
for J-Lo. I wrote Ain't Your Mama, which is funny because now my song is like, I am your mother.
She ain't and I am.
Yeah. And
Michael Bublé?
Michael Bublé, I have a song with him,
You wrote with the boob.
Just iconic. John Legend, I did his Christmas song.
How do you find... I mean, because you have such a fantastic sort of identifiable style, do you find it easy writing for other people?
Yeah.
That sort of
or
process.
fun, yeah. I'm really trying to write with Rita Ora. Tell her, hi, love you. I love all genres. Like, I don't think I could write heavy metal, you know, or...
Not yet.
Not yet, but never say never, yeah. So I love it. I just want to write a good song. I always say, may the best songs
a
win.
Meghan Trainor Metallica mashup, that's got something so exciting there.
Something's happening.
It's
That'd
gotta
be
do it,
cool.
right?
The new album, Timeless, it's out now, but it's, like, really inspired by your family, isn't it? Because you've got 2 little boys.
Yeah, once you have babies, you're like... I've always had a fear of death, but once you have babies, you're like, I need to live forever and ever and ever.
Yes.
And so do you. And so I always say I'm going to biohack myself and figure out how to live forever. And I wanted my music. I thought it was so cool 10 years later, All About That Bass is still, like, everyone's still dancing to it. I just did Capitol Ball and everyone was singing every word. And I was like, I want all my songs to feel like that, especially on this album, Timeless. I want my grandkids to play it and be like, wow, that's still bops, you know? And I want to live like I'm timeless. I want to love like I'm timeless. A lot of these songs are happy, upbeat, loving, self-love anthems like I do. And then there's a beautiful big ballad called Timeless, and I hope it gets played at every wedding. But it's also like my love song to my babies. Like after I would write this song, my Riley boy would want to sing it with me after bath time every night. I'd wrap him up in a towel and he'd go, can we play Timeless? And we would rock and sing it, and I'm like sobbing.
I love how you call him Riley Boy as well. We've actually got the new single Whoops, which was actually about a friendship, wasn't it?
Yeah. It's not a big like cheating song, and I had to go right on TikTok and go, my husband didn't cheat, I didn't cheat. Yeah, it's just like, it could be a friendship thing, but I thought it was more relatable to be like, that boy cheated,
Just smashing up some furniture.
Yeah.
Let's take a look at it.
Oh,
You really struggled smashing things up.
We had like one day to put this together, and I was exhausted, and it was right before this trip. And I was like, we don't have time to learn a whole choreo and get a bunch of dancers. Let's just have me breaking a bunch of stuff. And I was like one girl will be like really hot girl unfazed, and one girl will be like, I hate you, and smashing stuff. And then I got to set, and I couldn't do it. They were like, okay, go. And I was like, I'm afraid. They were like, throw it up, hit it right at us, right at the camera. I was like, that's an expensive camera. And I was like, what if it goes right in, like, I'm gonna hurt someone.
It's the mom genes kicking in.
Literally,
That's
right?
what
Is that what it is?
Yeah,
like, don't you have anger? And I was like, oh, barely not.
But then when you actually go for something, and then you miss as well. So you go for the table and you miss the table
missed
completely.
it.
And then hit your own
I hit
foot.
my ankle with the bat. I was like, this is chaos. But eventually I got into it. You see, like, while I'm on the floor at that point doing snow angels in all the dirt, I was like, okay, I'm into it now. And I'm like squeezing, screaming with the pillows. That's when I finally got into it.
But you can understand why people are like questioning like about you and Daryl, because it's like, oh my goodness, this is like a...
I knew right away. I was like, we should say something early.
Because you met on a blind date, didn't you?
Yeah, and we're like the most in love couple there is. So where is he? Who's here?
He's here somewhere.
He's here somewhere.
Were you set up?
Yes, we were set up, you know, by Chloe Grace Moretz and Brooklyn Beckham.
Yeah.
It's
Brooklyn
so
who?
early. I didn't know who he was.
You didn't know?
I had no idea, and I was
What?
so lame because I'm lame. And then
His mum's a Spice Girl.
I know, and she was like, his mom gave me this shirt because she has like a clothing line, and I was like, that's so cool. You're the same size. Like sick that she let you borrow this. I was so dumb, and then I figured it out later because the paparazzi were chasing us, and I was like, whoa. Somebody is extra famous today. And it was him. It was him the whole time. And I was like, oh.
So are you going to bring Daryl and the babies when you're touring later?
Oh, yeah. We're all going on tour. I'm so nervous.
Have you worked out how you're going to do it yet? Because I know that you were going to speak to Pink. I went to go and see Pink, actually.
Did you? I wanted to see her so bad. I was so tired.
Good.
I watched the whole thing on YouTube. It was so good.
She was so good. But she takes her babies with her all the time.
Yeah, I'm trying to get in contact with her team. Pink, hi. It's me, Megan. Check your DMs.
So we're going to sort out Pink and Metallica
please.
while you're here.
It's not a big ask. Come on. I DM'd you, and we're trying to find your team. But any tips? You look like you're having the best time, and your kids love it. And so I just want my kids to love it. They're so young. I think Riley's gonna love it because he likes buses. So I think he's really excited about the bus, the tour bus.
You kidding?
But my little baby Barry, he's gonna like learn how to walk on this tour. So I'm also like, he's crazy. He wants to walk and he doesn't know how yet.
Got a big brother that he's chasing after as well,
Literally,
right?
I'm like, sit down. I just keep getting told by my mom who's babysitting. She's like, this one's nuts. He's out of control.
Because Riley was a really easy baby, wasn't
baby.
he?
He just sat there and smiled.
She was tricked into baby.
Yeah.
It was a baby trick.
First ones. Yeah. First ones. My first one.
one's
I've
a
got two
trick.
boys, 19, 17. First one, just a doddle. Second one, nightmare.
Yeah, that's what
And you're going to have
saying.
more?
Yes, I would like 2 more girls. I got their names and everything.
Fine. We'll see if we can sort that out as well as Pink.
Yes, Thank Pink and you,
Metallica. Thank you so much for coming in today.
Thanks for having me.
Good luck with the album. Good luck with the tour when it
Thank
happens.
you.
And come back and see us.
Yes, I will, always.
That'd be
I love this
What
show.
are you going to do before you leave London? What's your one thing that you love doing?
We're about to go do 2 shows back to back for all my fans who bought an album out here and made it number 12. I love you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We're about to do little acoustic sets. And then I'm going to bed.
Good.
Some sleep.
Well,
Get
thank
some
you for
sleep.
joining us this morning. Thank
Oh,
you.
hello. Thank you for visiting our This Morning YouTube channel. We upload tons of new content every single day. So hit the subscribe button, like all the videos, and don't miss out. We'll see you in the morning.
How lovely is that? That is real feel-good theatre, isn't it? Well, Adrian Dunbar joins us now.
Yeah.
Welcome to the show. Welcome to the sofa.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Oh, how beautiful is that? I didn't know your voice was that incredible.
Yeah, well, you know, I've been doing a lot of work on it, getting a lot of help with it, you know, and here we are, find ourselves kind of doing a fabulous nostalgic musical in the West End at the Barbican Theatre. It's great.
And how's it going? Because obviously musicals, was it in your blood? I mean, did your family like it?
Yeah, well,
growing up?
my mother was a great soprano and loved the musicals and did all the Gilbert and Sullivan stuff. And
Good old
you know,
Paulie.
Yeah, that's absolutely right. And so, in many respects, it's a kind of a tribute to her doing this because Kiss Me Kate was probably her favourite musical. And I know when my sisters come across, they're going to be very moved by it all, you know.
Lovely.
Yeah, it'll be lovely, yeah. It's really
so,
nice.
how many days have you been performing for now?
Well, we've been about, I don't know, 10 days or so. You know, we open on Tuesday night, and so we've been 10 days of previews, and it's going really well. The audiences absolutely love it. I mean, they're on their feet at the end, you know. It's...
Is it the 2 shows a day that you're doing it with the 1 day off?
Yeah. Well, we're doing 8 shows a week. So we get Sunday off. Yeah.
I mean, this is real work, isn't it? This isn't...
Well, you know, don't you?
This is no joke. This is going straight up until the 14th of September.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. I'll be like a stick insect by the end of it. Yeah, probably. You know.
But are you enjoying it, though, the discipline of theatre?
Yeah, no, it's very disciplined, but also within that, you know, there's great enjoyment, great fun. It's a funny show, you know.
Yeah.
It's a big, joyous... There's loads of laughs in it, you know, and it's great. It's very old school, but it's wonderful.
I don't even know the story. What is the storyline for people who have never seen it?
Well, the story is about my character, Fred, is an actor-producer, and he wants to do a musical version of The Taming of the Shrew, and he decides that the only way he can get it to work is to bring his ex-wife in, and of course sparks are going to fly between the two of them. But we all realise right from the get-go somehow that these two people still love each other. So you're waiting to see whether that's going to happen in the end or not. So it's very sweet, but there's a lot of fighting in it, you know. It's a lot of good fun in it, yeah.
Well, it's set in 1940s America. How are you finding the accent? 'Cause,
Yeah,
from Northern Ireland.
It's very close to the Irish accent, isn't it? And the Northern Irish accent. So yeah, I'm finding that okay. And of course, the language leans into all that. So it's fine. It's
Did you have to have any training, or did it just come naturally?
No, we have a voice coach. Absolutely, we have a voice coach, and we have for the singing, and we have a voice coach for the accent, and so an accent coach. You know, so yeah, I'm enjoying all that. You know, being somebody else for a while.
I love it.
Lovely.
Yeah.
Have you got any rituals yet? Because obviously, you know, you go into the theatre and you have certain rituals. Have you got any pre-show rituals that you like to do?
No, not really. I'm not.
Not yet.
Not yet. Yeah, that's right. Not yet.
You've got a long run, say they might kick in.
Yeah, there's something might kick in after a while, you know, but not as yet. No, I'm just delighted to be getting through it.
You've got a beautiful voice. It's absolutely lovely. But
well, thank you.
I mean, we did hear rumours that you were once in a boy band. Is that true?
No.
Oh.
Sadly, that's not true. No, I was never in a boy band.
Did you want to be in a boy band?
But I was in a band. I was in a band when I was quite young, 15, 16. And, I was in a band with a guy who was an Elvis Presley impersonator. That was fun for a while. And then I got into drama school. In fact, I went to the Guildhall, which is right beside the Barbican.
Oh, wow.
So it's a bit
like you've gone back in time.
Exactly. It's a bit like kind of coming home, you know, coming back to the Barbican Theatre after being in the Guildhall as a student. And a lot of my friends who are at the Guildhall are going to come and see the show. I'm really looking forward to that. You know.
That's so lovely.
Yeah,
when
no,
your
it's
friends
really sweet.
support you like that. We've heard some of your friends from Line of Duty are going to be supporting you. Are Vicky?
Yes, they are.
Martin.
Vicky and Martin.
Don't tell them when they're going to come, because everyone will tell them.
Yeah.
Oh, well, that's true, isn't it?
Don't tell them exactly
they're
the day
coming opening
they're
night. There you go.
When are they coming?
Opening night.
Oh, opening night.
We'll be down there, won't we, Al?
We'll be there.
Yeah, they're all going to be there. And I mean, yeah, we're going to block the street. Yeah.
But how lovely is that they're still supporting you? I mean, how long has it been since you've actually filmed Line of Duty? It's about 2 years now.
Yeah, at least two or 3 years. Yeah. But we're still supporting each other. You know, I just found out on Who Do You Think You Are that I'm 27% Scottish.
Oh, I'm 16.
Are you?
Yeah, 16%.
Yeah, so I'm going to be supporting the Scots tonight, that's for sure.
Well, I'm yet to do mine. I'm getting a bit jealous there.
Yeah.
I'm absolutely jealous.
Yeah.
Is there going to be a 7th series of Line of Duty? I think that's the question on everyone's lips.
Well, I mean, you know, I can neither confirm nor deny, as we say, in Line of Duty, you know. I mean, we all want it to happen, obviously,
yes, we
you know.
do.
So we're all keeping our fingers crossed. Me and Vicky and Martin really would love to be back in Belfast again, you know, doing another series. But we just have to wait and see.
My favourite series of all of them, I know it's silly, but the first one. That's my favourite one.
With Lenny James.
Yes, it was so good. I've watched that over and over again.
Yeah.
What about Ridley? Is there a second series of Ridley coming back?
Yes, we've shot the second series of Ridley. We're very excited about it. We've got 4 fabulous standalone episodes, and you know, we're waiting on our friends in ITV to tell us when it's going to happen. Hopefully, it'll be we get an autumn slot. Hopefully, you know, but we don't know as yet. You know, we don't know as yet, but we're keeping our fingers crossed. I think it's going to be good.
Yeah. So that's going to be on ITVX. Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yeah.
You're a bit of a triple threat. Adrian, what is next for you?
Probably a rest.
Well, I would say so. I mean, you've been quite busy, haven't you? You've had Line of Duty, Ridley, theatre.
Yeah. So I'll probably take a bit of time off, I think, once this finishes in
It's
September.
hard, though, when the work comes in, though. You've got to strike when the iron's hot. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you mean. It's the dilemma for all actors, I think. Is that, you know, stuff comes in.
Is this your first musical, or have you done musicals before?
I did a musical before, but I didn't have a kind of singing part or anything like that. You know, I just had a few, you know, a couple of scenes in a musical at the National some years ago. But this is my first kind of proper musical. Yeah. So it's taken me a while to kind of fit in and learn the ropes. But I'm getting there. I fitted in quite quickly, you know.
Well done, you. It's
Thank you.
Yeah, you try your hand at everything.
Yeah,
the
why
next
not?
job has got to be a granddad, though.
Yeah,
You're a granddad now.
I've got 3 grandkids at the minute. Yeah, they're fabulous. Yeah,
That's the best
I haven't seen them in a wee while, but that's because we've been kind of working. Sunday's the only day off.
Yeah.
You know, so but I'll see them soon.
Well, Kiss Me Kate is running till the 14th of September at
Yes.
London Barbican Theatre.
Yeah.
Thank you for joining us. We're
Not
going to
at
come
all.
and see you.
Thank you.
Good.
Adrian.
Come and see us.
Thank you.
We will.
Yeah, we definitely will. Thank you.
Hi, everyone. Just wanted to say thank you for visiting our This Morning YouTube channel. Now, listen, we upload new content every day, so go ahead and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out. And we'll see you in the morning.
Hello, I'm Luke Newton.
And I'm Nicola Coughlin.
And we're backstage with This Morning.
And we're playing a game we're most likely to.
Who is most likely to break character during a scene? I think me. Oh no, sorry.
I don't...
You're supposed to do 3, 2, 1.
Yeah.
Boom.
Both of us.
Okay, yeah. I agree, probably on this season.
Yeah.
Particularly like stepping into the romantic ones, we were like,
yeah, you get the giggles a lot.
Yeah.
It's the best feeling in the world on set to get the giggles. It's great.
Yeah.
Okay, so who is most likely to be fun watching TikToks between dates?
This is an easy one, I think. 3, 2, 1, boom. Although, as of the press tour,
yeah, do you know what? I used to enjoy it because it was like nothing to do with me. It was loads of random stuff.
Yeah.
And because we've been doing press for many, many months, every second video is me and you.
Yeah.
So it's not as relaxed
yeah.
as it once
There I am
was.
again, remember saying that. Yeah. Who is most likely to forget their lines? Ooh.
3, 2, 1.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
We're
pretty good.
We're pretty good, but it's hard. They're hard scripts to
year.
remember.
Yeah.
It's a lot of words. So.
Maybe once or twice. Do you know what I mean? Not like
Max.
Not like Claudia Jessie.
No.
Just like so on it.
Yeah. Okay. Who is most likely to make everyone laugh during a serious moment?
Okay. 3, 2, 1. That has to be. There are so many times I can't even think of any now. I'm sure we had moments in
just
part
try
2.
and make a joke.
Yeah. And there's like you make a speech in part 2 at one point.
Yeah,
I'm sure
yeah,
that
yeah.
was like, tended to a stand-up moment.
Yeah, why not?
Okay, who is most likely to play a prank during filming? In brackets, tell us a story. I know where this is going. 3, 2, 1, boom.
Well, we both did.
Yeah. You had more preparation.
I think I started it. I think I started
Yeah.
writing under your makeup station.
Yeah.
To scare you.
Yeah,
Then you did it back to me, but I played the ultimate prank,
Yeah.
in which I surprised Luke with a song from his former boy band during the ball, and it was very fun.
Yeah. So good. Who is most likely to steal a prop from set? And what prop was it? The word steal is...
Yeah. Borrow forever.
Yeah. 3, 2, 1. Oh!
No, actually, I don't know why I've said you.
Yeah. Only because I thought they gave
They
you
gave
something.
me a vase that I wanted.
Yeah. Neither of us stole.
No, we
Oh
didn't.
no, I tried. Oh no, that's
did
where
you
you're
try?
going with it.
Oh, the ring.
Yeah, I tried to steal my ring, but someone was
Yeah.
knocking on my door 20 minutes later. So yeah.
Who is most likely to be caught taking selfies on set?
3, 2, 1. Yeah.
You're not
You
really
get
a
good
selfie
selfies
guy.
of us.
Yeah, I've got some cute ones of us. Yeah.
We took one just now.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, it's good because when I looked back at my camera roll of shooting the show, I had nothing. I just must have not used my phone, so I had to text you being like, you got any pictures that I can check?
But he also very kindly bought me a camera, which meant I
Yeah.
had lots of really nice, I have gorgeous pictures of part 2 actually.
Nice film.
Yeah.
It's great. Thanks for watching.
You can now stream Bridgerton Season 3 only on Netflix.
Well, what a treat this morning.
It's been great.
It's been great. And guess who we're with now? Jason Donovan.
Thank you.
He is in the studio and he's
Thank
going to be starring in the UK tour of the Rocky Horror Show.
How long have you been doing this on and off?
Well, I mean, I did it in 1998. I've just done it in Australia for sort of 2 years. Yeah, well, I mean, not 2 years. I did 6 months sort of blocks.
Yeah.
And I've just come back probably about sort of 4 weeks ago.
Uh-huh.
Slightly exhausted, 8 shows a week, 7 shows a week, lots of physio, the body changes. I've just turned 56, so...
But the body might change, but you
Yeah.
can still slip yourself into those stockings, can't you?
Do you know what I mean? As we know, we all get older.
Look, hold on, these pins, those pins, Jake.
Oh, thank you.
I'm not messing around.
I know. I'm.
Pussycat dolls would like a bit of that.
Don't you?
There's that word again. I like to keep physically fit, and I believe physical fitness and mental health sort of go hand in hand.
Right,
And what I do, whether it's Rocky Horror, whether it's my own tour, requires a sort of, an athletic type of approach. But do I love my downtime? The problem is rosé. It's normally that is the problem.
And it's summertime.
As I think Graham Norton said, Rosé should begin with the Euros, not the Euros, the Eurovision, and end when daylight savings ends. But my clock goes in a different way because sometimes I go to the Southern Hemisphere.
Yes,
so I'm very confused. But no, look, Rocky Horror, great show. 1998, I did the 25th anniversary. Met my wife on the show.
1973. It started on 72.
70, the maths.
But it's still, 70s. But it's still relevant. I mean, even more relevant today.
Well, I think the concept of misfits and being different, which is essentially the sort of the backbone of the story, sort of resonates, and you've got this sort of art type of, with the costumes and the clothes, and it appeals to sort of the cheeky side of our lives. And for me, I always wanted to be a rock star in a band, and this is about as close as I got.
A rock star in a corset.
Yeah.
So you are now.
Bustier in a band.
You're going on tour next year.
Yes, doing fine. 2025.
35 years since it all started, is that?
Yeah, I did live since I came out of Neighbours and I had the music success. I've always invested in, performing live. And it's funny, as music and entertainment has changed, I think, and particularly since the COVID, we're tribal. We want to be together in a way. So playing music and doing shows has been really important to me. So to celebrate that sort of first tour that I did in 1990, which was called Doing Fine, I thought I'd sort of revamp that idea.
Bit of homage to that.
Yeah, a bit of homage to that. So.
Talking of paying homage, you mentioned Neighbours then.
Yeah.
Neighbours has come back from the dead. I'm sure we all said goodbye to it.
Yeah, they did.
And it's just been nominated for a Daytime Emmy.
Yeah, I think that was this week. I don't know whether it got over the line.
No, it didn't quite make it.
Didn't it?
I mean, what a comeback. I mean, it's a comeback worthy of Harold Bishop sort of coming back from the dead, or Bobby Ewing coming out of the shower.
No one expected it, including you, I don't think. I mean,
do you know what?
You and Kylie went back.
We did. I mean, we look.
Ed Davey loved you and Kylie on Neighbours.
I
loved them on
there's the Holy Grail. We believe very much in never forget where you're sort of coming from, and also that show changed my life. We're still talking about it today,
for sure.
So that moment we felt was special and worth celebrating and worth acknowledging. But it was only meant to be a small little thing, and it turned out to be this massive. It changed the fortunes of the show around. So.
Yes, of course.
And not just because of us, I think because of the whole, the whole name of the show as well.
Yeah.
So.
And we need to talk a little bit about the cat.
Very good news.
Yeah, Pixie.
Pixie went missing in January.
We think she might have jumped into. This is my cat, by the way. For those people out there randomly go, Pixie went missing. I mean, she went missing in January. We think she might have jumped into an Amazon truck out the front of the house.
Do you think she was in a getaway
vehicle?
vehicle?
I think she's a very sociable cat, and she ended up. We live in West London. She ended up in East London. We picked her up.
You could write stories about this cat.
Well, the funny thing is, Kat, because every celebrity these days seems to be writing an animal story.
Yeah.
Pixie, The Adventures of Pixie the Cat.
Yeah.
And it was because I just need a publisher and an advance. If an advance is out there, I'll write it. I can do illustrations
But it was
myself.
only yesterday she came back because she was chipped. She was chipped.
She was chipped. Thank you. So
and that's
yes,
the key thing.
There is an underbelly in this that says be sensible with your pets and make sure that they are chipped.
Lovely to see you reunited.
Yeah, it's
Thank you, Jason, for coming
You guys, look at this. Love you guys.
Tickets are on sale now for the Rocky Horror Show too. They're on sale, so get yourself.
And I'm sure the tickets for the tour?
Doing fine, yeah, 2025.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Lovely.
Lovely to see you.
Lovely to see you guys.
Thank you. Thank you for visiting our This Morning YouTube channel. We upload new content every day, so go ahead and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out, and we'll see you in the morning.